Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Set 6 from MBCGame versus WeMadeFox. MBC needs a win from Hyun. He is going against WeMadeFox's Protoss, their top Protoss Pure, and the map is Aztec. This is the map with the reverse ramps, and then you have your you have a narrow outside of your natural, and then you have kind of a little bit of a wider choke. There's a narrow ramp that goes down to a third base, a gas expansion that's sort of in the middle, towards the middle of the map, which is kind of hard to defend. Or if you avoid that narrow ramp, you go and you can follow the ridge to a mineral only and a broader ramp. So that's where you can take a divergent path between a mineral only and a gas expansion. And I was just a little bit flustered there because that probe for Pure seemed like it was pretty early from Pure. Huh. That seemed particularly early. I don't think he needed to send out a probe that early. Look out for that. Maybe a 2-gate build, maybe? It could have been the proper timing, but it seemed like there was. It seemed like that was a 7 pylon, or rather than an 8 pylon, to my eye. We'll see if I was just a little bit. See if I just saw that wrong, but that looked like a 7 pylon, not an 8 pylon. Could be completely and utterly wrong. It could have been a perfectly timed thing, and I'm just a little flustered. And here comes the probe seeing the base for Hyun, so he sees what's going on now, and going to be bothering that drone. And let's see. Let us see. And it looks like this is going to be a 12 hatch and a pylon thrown down at the 12 hatch position. So this drone, we'll see if it goes to set up a third base, or if it just places it right outside the position. And a spawning pool thrown down immediately, and that is a forge. So yeah, it looks like that was pretty normal timing. I was just must have saw it a little bit, maybe missed a probe in my count or something. Something weird happened there. And that pylon is blown up, so still no hatchery. But I wonder if Pure knows that there is a spawning pool thrown down already. Once he gets down there, he's gonna go check that out. Hopefully, well, he can actually get away with throwing down a Nexus first now, and then throw up his cannons later. He's got more than enough time. Yeah, there's the Nexus. Then he's going to throw down the cannons a little bit later, and he'll be in a good spot. And not going to die to any sort of Ling run by, I wouldn't think, right now anyways. Spawning pool just about completed as the Overlord gets to Pure's base, sees the gateway. Look at that, getting a gateway before even getting a cannon. That's how far ahead he is, having to lead that 12 hatch and getting that scout on. And yeah, he's going to be able to get time to throw up a cannon following that gateway. It's a good wall using the doodad on the map to help make that airtight, leaving the one alleyway on the right side, so that's nice. And Zerg Hyun throwing up a base at the 9 o'clock position, taking that natural, it looks like, yeah, taking that natural expansion. And that's generally how Zergs have been doing it on this map in ZVP, taking that third base over there on the side, the other natural. And so far, pretty standard stuff. Just a single photon cannon, though, from Pure, something to look out for if there are a lot of Zerglings produced. One cannon obviously will not do it. One cannon and one Zelt will not do it. You'll need to see some probes pulled off. You'll need to see a second cannon, that sort of thing, in order to defend against it. We do have Maynarding currently going on for Pure, getting his second base up and running, getting it operational. And I'm not really sure what they're looking at there. They were showing the choke of Zerg and showing some of the locations. I'm not sure what they're really pointing out there, pointing out some of the spaces, maybe on the left side, maybe showing places where there could be drops or something, but not really sure. And usually when the commentators are pointing things out, showing you something on the map, you try and watch it and try and see what they're trying to point out there. I'm not really sure what they're trying to show there at the 9 o'clock. With those spaces around the assimilator, not too sure. We don't have a +1 spinning yet, so I'm not seeing that quick +1, not seeing the quick speed lot attack coming. We do have a single Zealot out, so one Zealot little attack here. That Zealot's probably going to be a sacrificial lamb. Some Zerglings for Hyun should be able to catch it with pretty much ease. There's 3 Zerglings there to catch him, and that Zealot's pretty much going to die. Here come another 2, so 5 Zealots, or 5 Zerglings to capture this Zealot, and they're try to block it from getting home, and they might get it. It'll be close, trying to catch it. And we do have a Spire and Stargate coming up for both players. some droning up going on, and that Zealot does get back to the safety of the cannon and the other probes and a partner Zealot, a friendly Zealot, to help keep him alive. And now a probe, actually, it looks like that Zealot was meant to get those Zerglings out, so that way this probe could try and get into the base, and getting very, very close, seeing that hatchery, but that's about it, not seeing any tech buildings, which would be what he really wanted to know, see if there was maybe a quick lurker coming his way, or if that spire was going down. He would have wanted to have confirmation on that, so he's just going to have to play a little bit in the dark here, and getting a second gateway up at his natural expansion. We'll probably see him throw up a couple cannons in his mineral lines pretty soon. We do have a Stargate, but no Corsair produced yet. I'm guessing that he side-blocked himself as, or maybe, oh no, never mind. There's one Corsair that's out in the air, going after an Overlord. Not getting the scout on immediately, actually, going for the kill first. Usually Protoss players will go get the scout on first, then go get the Overlord kill, try and get one or two overload kills. But Pure doing it differently, doing it in the opposite order, getting the Overlord first. And I'm guessing that he feels pretty confident in what's coming his way, but yeah, getting that second Corsair building, but no cannons in his mineral lines. Really skimping on the cannons here is Pure. Really skimping on the cannons. Virtually just the one cannon still at the main. No cannons in either of his mineral lines. No extra cannons at his front door to protect against a Hydra bust or anything. So pouring all of his money into his tech, pouring it all into probably getting a couple more gateways pretty soon, and build up his military. We saw the Citadel Ladoon. I'm sure we've got a Templar Archives morphing as we speak. There's finally a cannon in his natural or his main mineral line. And still don't see the and there's the Corsair, and will it survive? Yes, it takes one Scourge hit, but it looks like he'll be able to get to the cannon and the friendly Corsairs. Looks like he's throwing up a second cannon at his front as well to just, you know, give him a little bit more solid help there. But I'd say he's pretty lucky, Pure, that there isn't a bigger assault coming his way. Looks like he is going to do a speed attack here, working on that speed advantage, and it's scouted out by Hyun, so he's morphing all of those creep colonies into second colonies right now. He's got pretty solid SimCity at both of his bases that need to be defended. We'll see if he is able to produce enough units. He's obviously not going to have any Hydras out yet, as that Hydra's den is still morphing, but he does have two sunken colonies, getting a third one working on it, and probably he'll have a bunch of Zerglings popping out there. No, it's another drone, so that's unfortunate for him, but these drones are going to try and stop these Zealots from getting to that sunken colony, doing a pretty good job of it, but we do see a lot of drones going down. Looks like we saw 5 or 6 drones go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7, maybe 8 drones go down. So a lot of drones, all the drones here at this base going down. So even if this attack fails, even if this attack ends up not taking down the bases, they've killed so many drones. That's a huge advantage for Pure. Huge advantage for Pure, taking down all those drones. And now he's putting some pressure on this hatchery at the 9 o'clock main, which was trying to take yet another base. We do have Corsair numbers starting to go. We see the first round of High Templars being produced, as well as a couple more gateways coming up. So some good play here by Pure. Effective +1 speed lot attack here at the 9 o'clock position, and some nice micro here with the Zealot, getting a couple extra Zergling kills as well. So Pure playing very well. Hyun, I don't know, losing a lot of drones, so I don't like that position for Hyun, using all those drones. But it does look like he has Burrow, and he's going to be able to stop the mineral only from coming up for Pure, and I'm guessing that Pure saw that Zergling there, or tried to build a Nexus and couldn't, or something like that. So he's got a pretty good idea that that's there. And an Archon has been produced, so this will do a very good job, especially with the +1 attack, of clearing away all of the Zerglings and opening this up for expansion. He's going to have to watch out for Hydra's going to be incorporated into the army pretty soon, I would imagine. And at that point, that Archon obviously will have a lesser impact on a battle, because Hydralists, with their range and the attack speed, the damage that they do a pretty good job of taking down Archons, especially in the low numbers that Pure's going to have. And here come the Zerglings going in to try and take down the probe, and do manage to take down the probe, so I'm going to delay the expansion once again. So doing a really good job of delaying the expansion. If they can pick off this probe again, looks like these Zerglings maybe will pop up and pick off the Zergling again. Yeah, nope, not going to do it. And we did see a DT mixed in as well, so a lot of stuff going on here for in terms of tech. Look at those little Zerglings. They're just popping up and down, trying to just be a nuisance and doing a really good job of it. Finally getting an observatory going, but it's going to be pretty late. So we're probably going to see a couple cannons come down. Yeah, there's a cannon starting, and Hyun just being a nuisance, really. I love it. Hyun just I love it when players just take advantage of some aspect, whether it's Burrow or Corsairs being awesome here, taking down a taking down Overlord and then standing above above Zealots, or above Spore Calling, which is obviously a great decision. But he's going to be able to get that expansion down sooner or later. It's just unfortunate that it's taking Pure so long, so this third base is going to be pretty late, and Burrow being used pretty effectively by Hyun here. Over and over again, and this Zergling is gonna die, and there's the Nexus, and that's a lot of Scourge coming in here, along with a couple of Mutalisks, but I don't know if those were cloned well or not. That looked like it should have been taking down a lot more Corsairs than they did, or maybe he has +1 on those Corsairs, does he? No, he does? I don't think he does, but oh man, there come the rest of the Scourge, and all of the Corsairs for Pure do go down, so the rest of them fall, so a lot of Scourge being produced, but they take down all of the Corsairs for Pure, and a lot of Zealots coming in here, along with some DTs as well. They're going to try and bust the natural expansion. It looks like a second Stargate being produced, so he wants to get these Corsair numbers going again, wants to get these DTs into effectiveness, but they're not going to be able to do much of anything. It looks like we got, yeah, this attack did absolutely nothing at the natural expansion. Just was a waste of Zealots. Looks like, Pure maybe playing too reactionary, just losing all those losing those Corsairs, and just wanted to do some damage, so he charged in there. But not the wisest decision, and not doing no damage and hurting himself militarily. We do have a shuttle out, and a Dark Archon is morphing, but a lot of Mutalisks in there. Gotta be careful with the shuttle. The shuttle could get caught very, very easily. 2 Stargates pumping Corsairs, which should be able to counter these Mutalisks given time, but will he be able to defend his Nexus? That's the question. The Archon being sent to try and defend this Nexus, getting a couple shots off on these Mutalisks. Actually, a lot of shots off on these Mutalisks, but that's a lot of Mutalisks being produced. I actually don't like it when this many Mutalisks gets produced, just because, you know, you're really asking to die to Corsairs if they get out in any reasonable amount of time. So here we go. We're going to see if the Corsair numbers can grow in time to take down these Mutalisks before they take down the third base. If that third base does fall, Pure is going to be in a pretty big world of hurt, being down 4 bases to 2, and his main obviously not in the best of position. Corsairs being built up as well for Hyun. We do have the Dark Archon out, so we could be seeing a Maelstrom attempt. A Maelstrom maybe going into a Wombo combo, and these Mutalisks being kept split apart, which is very, very good, and the Scourge following the Mutalisks again, picking off a couple of the Corsairs, and the Corsairs doing their best to defend. A couple of cannons here as well trying to defend, doing a good amount of damage to the Mutalisks, but will it be enough? It's going to be pretty close here, and it looks like, yes, he is able to defend, able to force these Mutalisks back. So these Mutalisks are very, very heavily damaged, but they are in the air, in the field, and will be able to help defend the 9 o'clock position once again from the Zealot attack, which is heading that way. And a shuttle at the 3 o'clock position, looking to go into the main and try and drop off some DTs, maybe a couple Zealots. We'll see what's in there. And this Zealot attack at the 9 o'clock position is going to do nothing. This is another ill-conceived attack by Pure again. Trying to do counter-attack damage, but it's just not really working out well. And let's see what he's dropping off. A DT and 3 Zealots and a DT is what it looks like. But this shuttle's probably going to die to Scourge. And the Mutalisk going to the top right, going to the expansion there, and doing a ton of damage to the Nexus. They might actually be able to finish it off if they want to. And the Dark Archon there, he does get a Maelstrom off, not catching as many Mutalisks as he probably would have liked, but catching a few, certainly, and that's going to be problematic for Hyun. And no Dragoons mixed in, no more no more regular Archons. So this is looking really bad for Pure, without enough ground to air, without having those Dragoons mixed in, without having enough Archons, without having Storm. He's just not able to deal with the Mutalisks as effectively as he would like. He is morphing in a regular Archon now, but it's taking a lot of shots from that the Mutalisk group, and Pure is forced to GG. So Pure GG's, which means that we'll be going on to an ace match, and it is going to be on Icarus. So probably we'll see either C or Light for MBC, one of them may be getting a shot at Redemption, and then we'll see who for WeMadeFox. If they want to send out a Terran for a TVT, I'm sure they'll send out Baby. If they want to give Pure a shot at Redemption, they'll send out Pure, and if they want to go the Zerg route here on Icarus, they'll send out Roro. Those are the big 3 for WeMadeFox, and we'll see what the matchup is. I will see you guys on the ace match. Should be very, very entertaining.